It's a peculiar feeling, isn't it? That sharp sting of a trade gone wrong. You stare at the red on the screen and the first impulse is to blame. The market is rigged. The news was a lie. Someone, somewhere, conspired against you. We craft these elaborate narratives of victimhood because the alternative is unsettling. The truth is, the market holds no malice. It has no memory of your last win, no desire for your next loss. It is utterly, beautifully, terrifyingly indifferent. It doesn't punish you, it exposes you. Every loss is a mirror. It doesn't show you a monster, it shows you yourself. It reflects the impatience you thought you'd conquered, the greed you swore you didn't have, the fear you pretend doesn't exist. That trade you took without a plan, that was your impulsiveness, naked and raw. That position you held on to, praying for a reversal, while your stop-loss was ignored. That was your ego, refusing to admit it was wrong. The market didn't create these flaws, it simply provided the stage for them to perform. It held up a mirror and said, "Look, this is you when you think no one is watching." We spend so much time searching for the perfect system, the holy grail indicator, the secret algorithm that will finally unlock the treasure chest. We consume books, attend seminars, and follow gurus, all in the hope of finding an external solution to an internal problem. But the market isn't a lock to be picked, it's a vast, empty canvas. Your psychology is the brush, your decisions are the paint. The final picture, whether a masterpiece or a mess, is a direct reflection of your inner world. You can have the most sophisticated tools in the world, but if your hand trembles with fear or jerks with greed, the art will be flawed. Think of it like learning to sail. You can study the maps, understand the mechanics of the rigging, and know every knot by heart. But until you are out on the water, you have no idea how you will react when the wind shifts violently or when a storm appears on the horizon. Will you panic? Will you freeze? Or will you calmly adjust your sails, trusting your training and your vessel? The sea doesn't intend to drown you. It simply is what it is, a powerful, unpredictable force. Your reaction to it reveals your true character as a sailor. The market is no different. It is the ocean, and your trading account is your small boat. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It's humbling because it forces you to take complete ownership. There are no more excuses. The boogeyman isn't the institution, the algorithm, or the whale. The boogeyman is the reflection in the screen. It's the part of you that whispers, "Just one more trade," when your plan says to stop. It's the voice that screams, "Sell now," at the first sign of a pullback. Confronting this is the hardest work you will ever do. It requires a brutal, relentless honesty that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. But it is also profoundly empowering, because if the problem is internal, then so is the solution. You no longer have to search for answers in the noise of the financial world. The answers are within you, waiting to be uncovered. The journey shifts from trying to predict the market to trying to understand yourself. You become a student of your own biases, an observer of your own emotional triggers. You start a journal not just of trades, but of feelings. Why did I feel anxious there? What prompted that surge of overconfidence? Every loss then ceases to be a failure. It becomes a lesson, a very expensive but very effective lesson. That trade that blew up your account wasn't a punishment. It was a curriculum. It was the market handing you a syllabus on your own weaknesses. Did you learn about risk management, about emotional discipline, about the danger of hope as a strategy? If you did, then the price you paid, however steep, was tuition for an education you couldn't get anywhere else. The market is the most efficient teacher in the world because its feedback is immediate and unambiguous. The P&L doesn't lie. The more you engage in this process of self-excavation, the quieter the market becomes. The charts stop screaming at you. The news ticker fades into the background. You begin to see the price action not as a chaotic mess of random movements, but as a flow of information. You're no longer battling the market, you're dancing with it. You anticipate a move, you place your bet, and you accept the outcome with equanimity. If you're right, it's a validation of your analysis. If you're wrong, it's a data point for refinement. The emotional charge dissipates. This is the state of detachment that all great traders speak of. It's not that they don't feel, it's that their feelings no longer dictate their actions. They have built a firewall between their emotional brain and their decision-making process. This firewall is forged in the fire of self-reflection, hammered into shape by countless hours of reviewing past mistakes and cooled by the waters of acceptance. They have looked in the mirror so many times that they are no longer surprised by what they see. They know their reflection, they have made peace with it. So the next time you take a loss, resist the urge to look for someone or something to blame. Turn off the news, close the chart, and just sit with the feeling. Let it wash over you. Then when the sting subsides, ask the difficult question. What is this loss trying to show me about myself? What blind spot did it just illuminate? What emotional trigger did it just pull? Be honest. Write it down. Stare at the truth until it no longer has power over you. Because the market doesn't conspire against you. It doesn't hold grudges. It is a relentless, impartial force of exposure. It reveals your weaknesses, your fears, and your delusions with cold, hard precision. You can either spend your life fighting your own reflection, or you can use it to become a better version of yourself. The choice, as always, is yours. The market will simply reflect the one you make. The fewer surprises you find in that reflection, the closer you are to finding consistency in the chaos. Thank you for spending this time with me. If these ideas resonate with you, consider subscribing for more reflections on the inner game of the markets. Your journey is your own, but we can walk parts of it together. Stay curious, stay reflective.